All right, so we're diving into the world of muscle gain today.
Yeah.
And judging by this stack of resources, we've got a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
We're talking your deep dive into Iron Bull strengths.
Right.
A pretty hardcore research article on workout plans.
Yeah, yeah.
And even a Huberman Lab episode on like the nuts and bolts of muscle growth.
Awesome.
So someone is serious about packing on some muscle.
It's awesome you're digging into the science behind it all.
Yeah.
That understanding can make a world of difference in your journey.
I'm all about hitting the gym.
Yeah.
But honestly, sometimes it feels like I'm just going through the motions.
Right.
Like I need someone to break down WHY, all this works.
Yeah.
You know, and let's be real.
Yeah.
That Iron Bull site, it's a little intimidating.
I get it. Their equipment showcase is impressive.
Yeah.
But it's easy to feel lost without a roadmap.
Right.
That's where your research article comes in.
Okay.
It really lays the foundation, literally.
Okay.
With its emphasis on compound exercises.
Yeah, those big hitters.
Exactly.
Squats, deadlifts, bench presses. They always feel pretty epic to conquer.
Yeah.
But I'm curious, why are they so crucial?
Okay.
Especially if someone is working towards a specific physique goal.
It's all about building a powerhouse from the ground up.
Right.
These compound movements engage multiple muscle groups simultaneously, which translates to greater overall strength gains.
Okay.
Think of it this way.
Yeah.
The stronger you are overall, the heavier you can lift, even when you focus on isolating specific muscles later in your workout.
So bigger muscles, faster.
Essentially.
That's a shortcut I can get behind.
Exactly.
But speaking of shortcuts, let's talk about that. No pain, no gain mentality.
Sure.
I hear it everywhere.
Of course.
But the Huberman Lab episode seems to have a more nuanced take on muscle damage.
There's a reason for that. Destroying your muscles isn't the goal.
Okay.
And the Huberman conversation with Dr. Andy Galpin really breaks that down.
Okay.
They dive into the 3 key triggers for hypertrophy.
Okay.
Mechanical tension, metabolic disturbance, and muscle damage.
Okay. Break that down for me.
Yeah.
What do those actually mean
for
someone sweating it out in the gym?
Imagine that. Okay.
You're lifting weights, putting your muscles under tension. That's mechanical tension.
Okay.
Then there's the burn you feel when you push your limits.
Yeah.
That's metabolic disturbance.
Right.
Basically, your muscles screaming for oxygen.
Okay.
And finally, there's the microscopic damage to muscle fibers that happens as you work them.
Yeah.
That's your muscle damage in action.
So it's like a symphony of muscle stress.
Yes.
In a good way.
In a good way.
But you don't need all 3 triggers firing at once to see results right.
Exactly. In fact, too much muscle damage can hinder your progress.
Interesting.
It's about finding that sweat spot.
Okay.
Challenging your muscles without completely obliterating them. Think of it like pushing your limits, not shattering them.
That makes a lot of sense.
So are there specific workout strategies that align with these different triggers?
Yes.
I know the article touched on different types of sets.
You're on the right track.
Okay.
Drop sets, for example, where you reduce the weight and continue repping, really tap into that metabolic disturbance.
Okay.
Then there are supersets, back-to-back exercises with minimal rest that keep those muscles under tension.
Okay.
And maximize that mechanical stress. And don't forget about tempo training.
Yeah.
Slowing down your reps to increase the time your muscles spend under tension. A great way to trigger growth without relying solely on heavy lifting.
Okay, so we're being consistent with our workouts.
Yes.
We're working smarter, not just harder.
Smarter, not harder, exactly.
What about fuel? The article seemed pretty adamant about protein.
Of course.
Which tracks.
Yeah.
But hitting those daily targets can feel like a full-time job.
I hear you.
Right.
It's not just about choking down endless chicken breasts.
Right.
Although those do have their place, variety is key.
Okay.
Both for your sanity and for ensuring you're getting a range of essential amino acids. The article highlights eggs, lean meats, and even protein powder as great options.
Okay, so protein is clearly the MVP.
It is.
But what about carbs and fats?
Right.
Are they just relegated to the sidelines in the muscle building game?
Not so fast.
Okay.
Carbs are your body's primary energy source, and they're especially crucial for fueling those intense workouts.
Okay.
Think of them as the high-octane fuel that keeps your engine running. And fats. They play a vital role in hormone production.
Okay.
Which is essential for muscle growth and overall well-being. It's about striking that balance, prioritizing protein while still giving your body the energy and nutrients it needs to thrive.
So ditching the diet mindset and focusing on nourishing my body for peak performance.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
There you go.
But even with the perfect training plan and nutrition dialed in, there's one more piece of the puzzle we haven't covered yet.
And it's often the most overlooked.
Which is?
Recovery.
Oh, right.
You can't pour from an empty cup, as they say.
Yeah.
And your muscles need time to repair and rebuild after all that hard work.
Okay.
We're not talking about just lounging around, though.
Wait, does this mean my dream of becoming a professional couch potato is on hold?
Maybe not entirely. Little strategic lounging never hurt anyone. But seriously, sometimes the most effective form of recovery is what's called active recovery.
So what does that look like in practice?
Think light cardio, like a brisk walk or some gentle cycling, or even some stretching or yoga. It's about getting your blood flowing, improving circulation, and promoting flexibility. All of which can help your muscles recover faster and come back stronger.
Okay, so we're training smart, fueling our bodies, right? Andy prioritizing recovery. It's like we're building a muscle-building masterpiece here. One carefully placed brick at a time.
I love that analogy. And speaking of carefully placed bricks, let's talk about something the research article highlighted that often gets overlooked. The importance of tracking your progress.
Well, you mean actually writing down those reps and sets?
Yeah.
I'll admit, I'm more of a go with the feeling kind of gym goer.
I hear you, but trust me on this one.
Okay.
Tracking your workouts isn't just about accountability. It's about recognizing those small but significant wins that keep you motivated.
Okay.
Did you lift 5 pounds heavier this week than last week? Did you shave 30 seconds off your mile time?
Yeah.
Those victories, however small they might seem, add up.
Okay, so it's like having a progress report for your muscles.
Exactly.
I could see how that would be motivating. But speaking of motivation, I wanted to circle back to nutrition for a sec. You mentioned the importance of a balanced diet. But honestly, that phrase makes me think of bland chicken and broccoli. Not exactly appetizing.
I hear you. Balanced diet gets a bad rap for a reason, but it doesn't have to be boring. Think of it this way. Just like you wouldn't eat the same thing for every meal every day. Your muscles thrive on a variety of nutrients. The article emphasizes protein, of course, but don't be afraid to experiment with different protein sources, spices, and cooking methods. And remember, carbs are your energy powerhouses. So don't skimp on those, especially on workout days.
It's like you're giving my taste buds permission to enjoy the muscle building process.
Exactly.
But on a more serious note, there's something that's been bugging me ever since I listened to that Huberman Lab episode. He and Dr. Galpin were talking with this thing called protein redistribution. And it sounded a little intense.
It's actually a fascinating concept. And it highlights just how intelligent our bodies are. Essentially, when you're not consuming enough protein to support your activity level, your body has to make tough decisions.
So let's say I crush a leg day. But I haven't exactly been hitting my protein targets. What happens then?
Your body might actually start breaking down muscle tissue in other areas. Like your upper body, to fuel the growth and repair of your legs. It's like robbing Peter to pay Paul. And it's definitely not ideal for balanced muscle development.
Whoa, that is intense.
Yeah.
I guess that's a pretty compelling argument for making sure I'm getting enough protein overall.
Exactly. And it circles back to something we touched on earlier. The importance of understanding the why behind these principles. When you grasp the science of how your body builds muscle, you're empowered to make informed decisions that support your goals.
So knowledge really is power when it comes to muscle gain.
It is.
It's not just about hitting the gym and lifting heavy things. It's about being strategic, consistent, and fueling your body with what it needs to recover and rebuild.
You've got it. It's about treating your body like the finely tuned machine it is, providing it with the right fuel, the right training stimulus, and of course, adequate rest.
Speaking of rest, I remember that Huberman Lab episode mentioned that sometimes doing nothing is actually the best thing for your muscles.
Absolutely. Rest isn't just about giving your muscles a break from the heavy lifting. It's about allowing them the time and resources to repair rebuild, and grow stronger.
Okay.
Think of it this way.
Yeah.
You're not just building muscle in the gym.
Yeah.
You're building it outside the gym, too.
Okay, so rest days are officially my new favorite part of training.
As they should be. And it's not just about lounging around on the couch, although there's definitely a time and a place for that. Remember that active recovery we talked about?
Yeah.
It's all about listening to your body and choosing activities that promote blood flow.
Yeah.
Reduce soreness and support overall recovery.
So light walks.
Stretching, maybe some gentle yoga.
Exactly. You want to find that sweet spot between challenging your body and giving it the TLC it needs to recover and come back stronger.
Oh, okay. It's amazing how much goes into building muscle.
Right.
We've covered so much ground today.
Yeah.
From the science of hypertrophy to the importance of consistency, nutrition, and rest.
Yeah.
It's clear that it's not just about lifting weights.
Right.
It's about a holistic approach
Yes.
to training and recovery.
You nailed it.
Yeah.
And the beauty of it is the more you understand the why behind these principles, the more empowered you become in your own fitness journey.
Right.
It's not about following a one-size-fits-all plan.
Okay.
It's about tailoring these principles
to your unique body and goals.
So for our listener who's fired up and ready to embark on their own muscle-building adventure, what's the one golden nugget of wisdom you'd leave them with?
If I could emphasize just one thing, it would be this.
Yeah.
Embrace the journey.
Okay.
Building muscle takes time, dedication, and a whole lot of consistency.
Okay.
There will be days when you're crushing it in the gym and days when you'd rather just stay on the couch, and that's okay.
Right.
Listen to your body, celebrate the wins.
Okay.
And remember that every workout is a step in the right direction.
I love that.
Right.
Embrace the journey. It's not just about the destination.
Exactly.
It's about the process of getting there.
Yeah.
So as we wrap up this epic deep dive, here's something for you to ponder. How can you make your training and nutrition not just effective, but enjoyable?
Woo.
Remember, consistency is key.
Yes.
And the more you enjoy the process, the more sustainable it becomes.
For sure.
Thanks for joining us on this exploration of all things muscle gain.
It was a blast.